Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. We're going to do a project today and we're going to be making, this is like a throwback to an old project I did years ago, but it's like a floating pocket out of out of index cards. I'm going to be using some of my cut down masterboard pieces, or if you want to call them Franken pages or collage pages. Just depends on how you make them. This is, as you can see, a collage page, or actually this was out of a cut down master board. So if you don't know what a master board is, it's usually a large, you can use, well, different things, but you're going to be making collage on the whole thing, and you can use it later on to cut down and make projects with it. That's a short description of it. So I have a pile here. I have a whole folder of them, and I thought, well, I'm going to make some matching tags in these pockets. Now, the pockets, they can be a floating pocket in your journal, or you can write on all sides. You could write on the back here. You can see clearly the index card. This one has the index card this way, but you can also flip it and write on that side. Or you can simply secure it to your book that you're working in, your journal, and then just have it as a pocket. Or you could do a double pocket even, where you just secure it on the sides and the bottom, so you could do a tuck behind. But what I've done is I did use some die cuts, and I cut out the center of these. So you're going to need two of these, two index cards, and I have the large size, and you can pick these up at the dollar store very inexpensively in a great big pack, and you can use them for all sorts of stuff, but I use them for this project. And then I chose some dies, and if you don't have any die cuts or or dies where you can cut, you can simply just cut a rectangle. Let me show you one here out, like I did here, and do it that way. So let me just show you this one. You can see this is the piece of the master board on the inside, and you don't even have to have a sewing machine for these. I did come in and sew, but I will show you. It's very simple. You can just glue them. And here's the flip side, so I did do like a little thumb thing here in case it is a floating pocket. And then the part that you cut out, you save that and you use that as part of your tag. So, and I also, the piece I cut off of this master board, I used at the top of this tag. So here's one. I'll just show you the few I made, and we're going to make a couple together. Then here's a lavender one, and I did a different shape here, and you can see there's a piece of acetate here for the window, but you don't have to do that. I did not put a piece of acetate here, and I just did a little sari silk here, and then just took the piece that I had cut out. This is the actual die. This is the negative area, and used it to make a tag. So, and here's the back, you can see. So you're going to need two of those, two index cards, and you can put something else in the window, but this is the way I did it. So you see I have this one this way, the vertical way, and this one is the horizontal way. So however you want to make these pockets. So you can see here's one of my collage pieces here, and I did a little sari here, and you can see the flip side here. And then what I did with this tag is I took the cutout area and secured it to the top of another index card that I had cut down, so I have a nice large tag there for writing. So these are just, for writing on, or you can decorate them and tuck them back in there, whatever you guys, however, it's your project. So this is just the way I did them. And here's one. This one does have acetate on it, and this one I did the what I did with the cutout, or the actual die, as I folded it in half here, and then I sewed it to the top and did a little embellishment there, and there's the back. So let me put that aside. And then this one, there's even fabric on this, and I just I didn't put the acetate there, and it's the horizontal, or the vertical way again. And then I did the same thing where I took the die cut and attached it to another index card. So let's get started. And to make it quick, I'm not going to take you through the whole, cutting the things out. So I did go ahead and cut out this is just like a rectangle here, and then these two pieces. So we'll do that. And then here's what I had left. This is the actual dies. So we'll use these to make the matching tags. And then I did cut out one piece of acetate, and we'll do that with one of them. So here's some extra index cards for the back. So this would be the front, and that would be the back. And let me sit down, because as usual, I start everything standing up, and then, whoops, I get too tired. Okay, now what you want to do is decide what you want in your window. So I had picked one out here. I really wanted to use this one because I thought it was really cute with the McCall's, the old vintage pattern there. And then I've got some fabric here and trims, and this was one I had cut down, and I made these originally to be pockets, but I have so many. Let me put these aside. So I think we're going to use this one, and I want to see this one. I think I had already inked, so we'll ink one together in a minute, but this is going to run this way. Okay, so we're going to want this. I want this to sit like this, so I have to decide how much of this I'm going to cut off. So I'm just going to line it up, and I will mark here, and I will mark here, and I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut over here on my trimmer that's out of focus, and I'm going to cut down that, oops, got some threads here, so let me just snip that off, and then cut the top part so it will fit nicely behind that window. So it's like a window pocket, and I put these in a lot of my journals, the window pockets. So this will look like this in the front. So that will be the front. And now, do I want to put the piece of acetate here? Oh, not really. I'll tell you why, because I want the fabric to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply glue this all around the edges. I'm going to actually put the glue right on here. So you want to glue your collaged piece or your image, whatever you decide to put behind your window, to the front panel. Okay, so that we've got that done. And now what I would do with this is I probably would go and secure it with to the machine, but I don't really need to do that. So now for my back piece, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to have this here, and I'm going to leave the line side up in case I choose to use this as a floating pocket, so you can write on the back. I'm going to do a little notch here, just a thumb notch, so it's easier, to get my all right, let's do a little inking. And so I brought in some colors of the color, or some inks of the colors of what I had back there. So first I want to start with the vintage photo. So I'll quickly do that. Only have to do one side. All right, and then I will use, I think I used, no, I used a little of the evergreen bough because I'm looking here, it's got some of that in it. That might be that right there, I'm not sure. Let me get this one, and I think I used a little of the faded jeans. Just however, you know, you don't even have to do the inking, it's just, and it doesn't matter if it's, I really need the bigger brush here. Okay, so now I'm just going to simply go ahead and just do the 3 sides with the glue. Oops, got my ink and my glue. And just attach that to the back, line it up. So now we have our back to the front, and what we've done, we're gonna let that dry before I put a tag in there. We have the pocket part here. So I will, I would use, if I wasn't going to sew this, I would use probably a little bit more sturdier glue here. And the tacky glue, or put more glue. Okay, so this you can see is the back and this is the front. Now, this shape here I have right here. So I'm going to make a tag out of this, but this is kind of maybe not big enough. So I think what I'm gonna do, you could just use that, but I think I'm going to just cut down one of these index cards and I'll go ahead and attach that to the top. But I'm going to cut it down a little bit because it's going to end up being a little bit too big. Just gives us a larger tag. So I'm going to ink these 2. And this is just, I'm kind of flying off the seat of my pants here and just figuring out what looks better. I'll get the big brush out here. And do both sides. And a little of the faded jeans. I'll come back and do this side after. You guys don't need to see me do it all. All right. Then I want to attach this to here because that's going to be coming out the top. So I think I'm going to bring it down to about there. Let me see if I want that just peeking out the top. I think I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more, probably about to there. Come on, tacky glue. So this is probably going to be, well, I can tell you right now, it is going to be the last video until, because we're going to go up and help my folks over the holiday. So we're going to be gone till the 11th. So probably it'll be about the 12th of April, and I'm going to start a new series, and it's going to be, let me show you real quick, making this cute little desk set with a matching journal and out of a file folder. So I'm going to do that series is next. And if you missed my last series, I made a accordion tag shaped journal. Okay, this is cute. So this will pop right in there. Now I want to do a little trim on this. Let me see if this is dry enough for me to tuck that in there. Somewhat. It's kind of coming apart a little bit, but when I sew it, so it'll look like this. So we can either put a little hole in there or put some trim up here. Let me see what I cut off of this. Okay, I cut this piece off. So sometimes I like to use those. You could come in here and do, let me show you. I did, let me see. I got one over here. I thought yeah. If you have room, I just did a little, you know, a little prompt there, but there's really not room around here for much of anything. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do, for time's sake, just do an eyelet right in here. And then we'll put some pretty seam binding or something in the top. And I would probably, I'm kind of mixing inks, but that's okay. Come and do that just to give it a little something something. Let me grab a, see if I can get a eyelet or an eyelet over here. I'm gonna just take this white one, pop that in there. So these are fun, fairly quick projects. Let me see what I have for seam binding. I have some too dark. This isn't seam binding. This is actually, this one's pretty. Beautiful sari silk that I got in last week. Actually really pretty. I have my scissors over here somewhere. Here they are. And I got a new pair of scissors that I'm trying to make sure I don't gum up. I don't know if you guys have that problem. I ruin more scissors. Let me pull this out. We'll just put this right in here. I see, you know what I need to do? I just need to keep my scissors separate. Where I have my scissors that I use just for the trims and fabrics and things like that. And then my paper scissors, and I always have good intentions on doing that, but it never seems to, because I grab whatever's closest to me. That's cute. And I think I will put a little ball pin maybe on that and add a little bead since we didn't do a lot of embellishing. So let me see what I have on my desk for beads. I have a little container over here somewhere. A little button. It's not a good color though. Oh, this is pretty. Let me just do this button. So I'm just going to put the little color, just poke that through. But this sari that I just got in, I tried a new, from a new, a new vendor from, Etsy. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It is going to make beautiful ties for my my journals when I tie them closed. All right, let's see if I can pop that in there. I'm going to have to sew it because I didn't do a lot of glue on it, but you guys get the gist. So there's one. Kind of tuck that down just a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. So that's that one. Well, let's make another one. Let's see what I have over here. I have two more frames here. This is just a oblong one, and then we've got this shape. Let's use this shape. And I have this yellow over here, because I haven't done a yellow one yet, and this is pretty. This has this is some paper from Leanna Scraps. It's just beautiful paper. I think right there, right there. So I'm going to cut this part off here, and that's it. I think it's about the, I don't really have to take any off the other way. How about that? So let me cut that piece off. Oops, let me try that again. A lot of stitching on this one. So probably the best thing to do if you're going to do this is not to cut down your master boards till you're ready. But I cut these down for pockets, and I just have so many of them that... All right, so we're gonna use that. Now let's go ahead and find the inks we need. So I always like to start, if I'm doing the vintage style, with either some walnut stain or some vintage photo. Uh-oh. All right, I just want to make sure I didn't have, I want to put some yellow. Yellow in this one. I got something on there, but that's okay. It adds to the character. Must have had it up against. No, Ricky, I know you hear the mail truck. Okay, let me grab my other inks here. And I can use some greens. I could use some yellows. Let me pull out some scattered straw. And I'll just use this one. Oops. These are very thin index cards, so gotta be careful with them. Okay, let's put that on there. I might come in and do a little bit pink on there too later on. You know what, I'm gonna grab my Fabri-Tac. I get a better, oops, hold. Oops, it's kind of seeping out. Oh, you know what? I want to do on this one, I will do my acetate. So, I got something on my acetate. Okay, so we're going to have the acetate over the window. And if you don't have a machine and sometimes the glue doesn't stick well to the acetate, cut the acetate down a little bit shy of the window, not the window, of the index card, so you have an area to put your glue. All right, now we need the one for the back. So it's going to go this way. So I will put the notch here. And let's go ahead and ink again. Oops, do this. And I'll come back and add the other color inks after. Okay, oh. Glue. I had heard, now if you guys know better than me, that when you need to add a little bit to thin this when it starts like bubbling out the top like that, add a little acetate to thin it out. And I have thinned it out with acetate before, because it can get thick. Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1, any of your acetate-based glues can get quite thick if they sit for a while. So I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, and if you're watching today and you're a new subscriber, well, my old subscribers too, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the videos and getting some inspiration. So we're going to use this. This is the cutout part, or the actual die part. So let's go ahead and ink it. And I think, let me see what I have over here. I will, do I want to just do that? No, I just think it's too small of a tag. I want more writing space. So I'm going to cut down an index card again a little bit. And I save all those little bits of index cards because I like to actually use them in collage. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and glue that onto there. About 1/3 of the way. I'm just going by visual. Because see, that's what I would like tucking out the top. So that's what we're gonna have. Now I wanna decorate this tag at the top a little bit, but I think I'm gonna decorate this a tad bit too. And I have, let me see, I have some really pretty color sari over here. And where's that bit that I cut off? I liked, last time I used a bit that I cut off of this. And it, well, I can't find it on my desk, but you could decorate with that. Or I have some trims here. My handy dandy big thing of trims. There's some green and gold. Let me see. Let me pull that out and see what that looks like. I also saw something else in there. Let me see if I'd like a bit of this over here. And maybe put a little journal prompt on it. That's pretty. So let me just cut a bit of this and then we'll figure what we're going to do. I'm going to fray it up a little bit. I have some journal prompts over here somewhere. Let's see what I have. Okay, laugh, relax, memory time, wish, moment. Let me cut the word moment out. Let me just do it over here so it's nice and even. Or I could tear it, but everything is kind of neat with this project, so I'm just going to keep it nice and neat. Let me ink it. Let's see what we got. Okay, I think I'm just going to do that. Just for a little interest on your envelope or on your pocket. Moment. Glue that. Let's offset it a little bit. There we go. Just like that. And if I could find that offcut, I think I'll just go ahead, since I can't find it on my desk, I'll just do an eyelet again and we'll find some really pretty sorry, silk over here. Oops, wrong size. Okay. Grab an eyelet. I'll just use, some of these are, I got some eyelets that did not, I've got to sort through them. They weren't, here, this is a nice, nope, that's black. I don't want black. They didn't work for some reason. That copper color's pretty, but I wanted an antique. Nope, that's black. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I need to separate them by color. I haven't done that. Here we go. Found a, okay. And let's go ahead and find some pretty color. Sorry. This is real pretty. I could use this. I have this green. That's a little bit too dark. I'm just going to use this. Let's cut a piece. When I ordered it, she sent me a bag of scraps too, which was really nice. So if you guys are looking for some nice sari, give me a shout out and I will send you the link of where I found it. I can't tell you the shop name right now, but I'm trying to get that through. But let me grab my pokey tool. I use my pokey tool for everything. It's great. Come on. The thing about, this thing about this sari too is it's thick. I mean, it's not, you know, real skinny, which is nice. I could have probably made this a little thinner by ripping it, but it's gonna be pretty if I iron it out and use it on the end of a, you know, for my tie on a journal. All right. That's pretty tight. And do we want anything else? Do we want a ball pin with a bead? Do we want, I will take this probably to the machine and cut it. Do I want a little something up here? It's a real tight fit. I feel like I'm hung up on something. I might have to cut this down a little bit. I think what I'll do up here is I'm going to do a little bit of that material again and fray it out. And I'm thinking, what do I want to do here? No, I want that up there. You know what? I'm going to leave it off. I was going to leave it like that. I think I'll probably do a bulb pin up there and do a button. But we're out of time, so I hope you guys like this project and you make some of these and you can pop them right in your journal or give them in Happy Mail. And I will see you not till April 12th. I hope you all have a blessed Easter. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.